Today's reading is Leviticus chapter 5. Chapter 5. If anyone sins in that, he hears a public adjuration to testify, and though he is witness, whether he has seen or come to know the matter, yet does not speak, he shall bear his iniquity. If anyone touches an unclean thing, whether a carcass of an unclean wild animal, or a carcass of unclean livestock, or a carcass of unclean swarming things, and is hidden from him, and he has become unclean, and he realizes his guilt. Or if he touches human uncleanness of whatever sort the uncleanness may be, with which one becomes unclean, and it is hidden from him. When he comes to know it and realizes his guilt, if anyone utters with his lips a rash oath to do evil or to do good, any sort of rash oath that people swear and is hidden from him, when he comes to know it and realizes his guilt in any of these, when he realizes his guilt in any of these and confesses the thing he has committed, he shall bring to the Lord as compensation for the sin that he has committed a female from the flock, a lamb or a goat for a sin offering, and the priest shall make atonement for him for his sin. But if he cannot afford a lamb, then he shall bring to the Lord as compensation for the sin that he has committed 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons, one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. He shall bring them to the priest, who shall offer first the one for the sin offering. He shall bring its head from its neck, but shall not sever it completely. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the altar, while the rest of the altar shall be drained out at the base of the altar. It is the sin offering. Then he shall offer the second for burnt offering according to the rule, and the priest shall make atonement for him for the sin that he has committed. He shall be forgiven. But if he cannot afford 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons, then he shall bring as his offering for the sin that he has committed a 10th of an ephah of fine flour for his sin offering. He shall put no oil on it, and shall put no frankincense on it, for it is the sin offering. And he shall bring it to the priest. The priest shall take a handful of it as its memorial portion, and burn this on the altar, and the Lord's sweet offerings. It is the sin offering. Thus the priest shall make atonement for him for the sin which he has committed in any one of these things, and he shall be forgiven, and the remainder shall be for the priest, as in the grain offering. Laws for guilt offerings. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, if anyone commits a breach of faith and sins unintentionally in any of the holy things of the Lord, he shall bring to the Lord as compensation a ram without blemish out of the flock, valued in silver shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, for a guilt offering. He shall also make restitution for what he has done amiss in the holy thing, and shall add a 5th to it and give it to the priest. And the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram, the guilt offering, and he shall be forgiven. If anyone sins doing any of the things that by the Lord's commandments ought not to be done, though he did not know it, then realizes his guilt, he shall bear his iniquity. He shall bring to the priest a ram without blemish out of the flock, or its equivalent, for a guilt offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him for the mistake that he made unintentionally, and he shall be forgiven. It is the guilt offering. He has indeed incurred guilt before the Lord. This is the word of the Lord. Amen.